And the reason we're all here is we're here to discuss the 1993 film Judgment Night, starring Emilio Estevez. And it's a thrill to be here. I've always wanted to talk about this sleeper action hit.
I saw Pulp Fiction 6 times in the theater. It revolutionized the way I looked at movies. It's the movie that brought me into the movie world. If it being more than just something to do on a Friday or Saturday night, it became its own slice of life.
PG-13 was created after this movie. If you can believe it, this movie was rated PG, which is hilarious to me because this movie is a hard PG-13 in modern times.
Speaking of that duo, if you had told me that in the year 2024 to put money on which one of them would have an Academy Award, my money would not have been on Short Round.
I wrote a small list of what I thought were in them, and I was convinced. I was like, I swore there was some like Karate Kid, small child protege situation, and I was like dumbfounded in Raiders when there was no children.
It's just to quote Spielberg talking about the tone of Temple of Doom. He's like, we went too far. We out-poltered Poltergeist.
Raiders was a perfect movie, I thought, and this just felt like we really fell off the wagon somewhere.
I just remember being like eyes bugging out of my head in the theater watching this as a child and watching a grown man's beating heart be ripped from his chest. This is a horror movie. It's my third favorite of the original three, but we're talking like, what's your third favorite child? And it's just phenomenal that they give that to the audience, the gift of filling in the gaps, which gets you more, intertwined with the film.
Let's all be 10-year-old boys and make the movie our 10-year-old kids wish they could make.
This to me feels like a cocaine-infused fever dream.
But what I love about this is and I won't give anything away, but when you're watching Indiana Jones movies, I like what an outlier this film is. It's so different in feel that it the claustrophobia and the cave, for me, gives it its own horror thing.
I ride for practical effects. That is my jam. I just thought they just kept pushing the action so big in scope, and it was just so relentless to the characters.
This movie has a kind of let's punch you in the face tone.
I love the anti-hero that is Indiana Jones, and that he's not always perfect, and he often makes mistakes that put himself in more peril. If he was perfect through everything and thought through everything and did everything by the letter, he'd be so boring. Who knew that the lead singer of Toto's dad was so talented?
Neither of them are as attracted to other people as they are themselves. And Spielberg and Lucas just give them a mirror, and that's it. It's perfect.
You've never fallen into bed with someone that you yourself thought you couldn't stand until you're kissing?